What's good, y'all? I'm about to react to this Tobey Maguire Spider-Man role in Avengers Doomsday. Leaks were real. Okay, can't wait for this news. Give us the news, Cosmic Wonder.
So it's looking like those Tobey Maguire Spider-Man leaks that we saw just the other day are seemingly real. A lot of insiders are now speaking up about what Tobey
Okay.
Maguire's role is going to be in Avengers Doomsday, and I have to say, it sounds pretty.
I ain't gonna lie, Cosmic Wonder. I was gonna react to your video on this, but I thought that was AI. I ain't gonna lie, I did see a video of that on Twitter. I thought that was AI. And that made me to believe that the other video that they show like a behind the scenes of how Avengers Doomsday were and show how everybody was still in their costume just talking around. I thought that was fake too. But that was fake though. But this was real? Oh snap, man, they got the mess beat out of them, boy. Dang, okay.
Genius, and I wish Marvel Studios would have done this a while ago with the multiverse saga. Even when we had Kang, they should have started doing this, what they planned to do with Tobey Maguire, a lot sooner. So people are starting to notice that the leak for Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man really does look exactly like how Tobey Maguire recently looked when he was spotted filming in London. He took some photos with some fans, and as you can see here, they look pretty identical, like exactly identical. And again, these pictures have
See, I ain't gonna lie, you gotta watch out for that AI too, boy. AI, I ain't gonna lie, AI capitalize on much of what's going on too, and people how they look. I ain't gonna lie, I seen a lot of them AI videos, definitely. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm telling you, AI gets more out of control. I'm telling you, it's over. AI gonna come up with stuff that we really ain't gonna imagine that it could possibly do.
been thrown through an AI scanner to detect if it's AI or not, and they've come up with basically a 0% chance that it is AI, specifically talking about Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man here. And now insiders are speaking up, talking about Tobey Maguire being in the movie. Specifically, insider James Mack.
And I ain't gonna lie, this just popped in my head right now. I ain't gonna lie, they probably did put some AI in this movie. I bet they did. They put some AI in this movie.
Who was recently kind of found to be a reliable leaker with the information that he gave about the character designs for Avengers Doomsday that.
But also, that would be a good idea too. Cause hey, I wanna know how much money they got left over to make this movie. Since you giving RDJ $200 million, okay, what you giving rest of the cast? Or rest of the money put into this movie? That's what I'm wondering. Like, what's up with that?
Recently revealed, he states his universe is different. It's one of the random worlds that will face incursions heading toward Earth 616, just like the X-Men's Earth. So if you're not too familiar with what he is specifically talking about here, we've heard reports that basically more than one Earth is kind of heading for a collision course with 616, our main universe. And this is due to a lot of different reasons. If we look at the movies that have happened, they've all taken place on Earth 616, with the exception of the Fantastic Four First Steps and the exception of some parts of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. But if we take a look at everything that has happened with Earth 616, we've had Spider-Man No Way Home cause probably a lot of problems for the multiverse. We have Monica Rambeau, who's in the X-Men universe right now. And apparently all of these different things.
Definitely bringing back like older franchise, like movies, like the villains that was in that movie. Man, just bringing back Sandman from Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Bringing back Lizard and Electro from Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Boy, that was special. I like how they did it from like previous Spider-Man universes though. That was pretty cool though.
And like the Venom symbiote being our universe right now, that all pulls other Earths, other universes towards our universe, causing a big incursion.
Man, I want Venom to be in this movie, man. I want Venom to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day, dude. That'd be messed up if he be at the end credit though. That would be messed up, dude. Dad, everybody want to see that fight between Venom and Spider-Man again, dude. Like it just had in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 3 movie. Man, we want to see that again. Even though we got like a more buff Venom, that I really don't like. I don't like how they made Venom good. That's why I didn't like none of the Venom franchise. I mean, none of the movies in the Venom franchise. I did not like none of the movies, dude. But I like how they added like a more of a buff Venom. Definitely in the I like him more in the Spider-Man game than the movies, my opinion. But man, I want to see Venom and Spider-Man fight again. I want to see that. Especially Venom is bigger now. Oh man, that's really gonna be a fight with Spider-Man.
Well, an incursion that's about to happen in Avengers Doomsday. So according to
I ain't
James
gonna lie, they really need to call all the three Spider-Man go against that buff Venom dude. Ain't no way Tom Holland gonna defeat Venom by himself. He need Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire to fight that Venom.
Mac, Tobey Maguire's universe is going to be one of those universes, and the reason they're going to do this, which is again I think genius, is so they can give us perspective from other universes. And of course, I think the real reason is so they can simply bring Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man into Avengers Doomsday and into Avengers Secret Wars, along with basically anybody else that they want to. So they could literally bring in Tom Hardy's Venom, they can bring in Tobey Maguire, they can bring in like the old Punisher from forever ago. They could do whatever they want in the multiverse saga. Again, like I said before, I wish they gave us this perspective way early on in the multiverse saga. They did it with the Fantastic Four First Steps. They showed us what other universes are like. They did it a little bit with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, but I wish we got a lot more movies kind of based in other universes to really build up Avengers Doomsday. But basically now, this is how Marvel Studios is going to do that. In Avengers Doomsday, we're going to start to hear about the incursions. The Avengers are going to find out about them. And we're going to find out that pretty much a lot of other universes are heading in a collision course.
I ain't gonna lie, I just had something popped in my head just now. Well, we had that incursion if they had like all the Avengers that was from Endgame that appeared just in like a different like universe, like not the one they supposed to went to. Like they just went to a whole different universe. Like what in the world we doing in this universe? Ain't we supposed to be at like Thanos fight trying to help Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man on like that universe? Like I want to see like all of them wind up at like a different universe. Like oh snap, we forgot to do something. Like that would be cool though if they show that in like Secret Wars though. But I don't know about Doomsday though. Secret Wars, I ain't gonna lie. We need to see everybody up in that mug. You know what I'm saying?
With our Earth. With our Earth kind of being at the center of it, which makes sense because the entirety of the Infinity Saga was based on our Earth 616, and most of the multiverse saga so far was based in Earth 616. And this is also how the new universe gets set up and also how Secret Wars gets set up. So what we believe is going to happen based on the comics and based off of all of the reports that we've seen so far, Doctor Doom is most likely going to win in some way at the end of Avengers Doomsday. The multiverse is going to be destroyed and Battleworld will be created by Doctor Doom. That's when we get Avengers Secret Wars. And if you think about all of these different universes heading towards a collision course with our Earth, once they're all there, it makes sense that Battleworld would be created out of all of these different universes. So in Secret Wars, that makes it possible for all of these characters from these different universes to show up in a way that makes sense. But we've also learned a little bit about the Reset universe recently. Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel Studios, has confirmed Marvel is going to reset, maybe not even after.
I ain't gonna lie, that would be crazy if they had Tom Cruise, just had like different actors as play the characters that we've been seeing in Avengers, dude. That would be crazy if they able to do that. If Doctor Doom is able to do all that, okay. Maybe we can have the characters, like different actors play the characters that we've been seeing. That would be wild too. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie. I would definitely like to see the Eric Banner Hulk. I ain't gonna lie, I really like that Hulk. Even though that movie was trash, I like that Hulk though. I ain't gonna lie, that Hulk I think would destroy a world. How big, if he could get, the more angry he done got, how big he got. I was like, what in the world? That's a different Hulk than from the '08 Hulk and Mark Ruffalo's Hulk from Avengers, dude. I would like to see him come back, dude. And probably they could probably even bring back Ben Affleck Daredevil. Even though that movie wasn't good either, but they probably could do something like an Easter egg or something like that. They could do. And bring back the old Fantastic Four cast. Even though they brought back Chris Evans as Human Torch and Deadpool and Wolverine, that was cool to see though. And bring back Blade. They brought back Elektra. That was cool to see in Deadpool Wolverine though. But man, that would be cool. They had different actors played like the one same heroes that we've been seeing. That'd been cool. That would be cool.
Your Secret Wars, but maybe at the end of Avengers Doomsday. My theory is that the end of Doomsday actually creates the new universe that we're going to be in post Avengers Doomsday, going into Secret Wars, which will bring us the new X-Men, the Fantastic Four in the same universe, the Inhumans maybe, basically everybody finally in the same universe. I believe this is the reset universe. One thing that we've heard recently is this new universe is going to be probably around 60% the same as we've seen throughout the entire MCU so far, with maybe 40 or 30% being new. And of course, the new to this universe will be the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. Maybe Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man ends up in the same universe. Maybe Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man as well. There's a lot of things they could do with that later on down the road. This is also a pretty genius way to end Avengers Doomsday. Throughout the entire movie, we'll see the perspective of other universes like Tobey Maguire's. We'll start to see what his universe looks like as the incursion is about to happen, as his universe is about to get destroyed. And heck, you know, maybe that's how we get Mayday Parker, because I'm still holding out for that theory. I really hope Sadie Sink is playing a version of Mayday Parker that is.
I ain't gonna lie, I've seen a post on Reddit that had like a picture of Mayday Parker. I was like, dang, is that Mayday Parker? She really looked like that in the comments. She had it going on, I ain't gonna lie. Or maybe they probably did some edit that make her look like she had a big cleavage and a big butt. But man, if she was like that in the comments, God, they put all that in the Sadie Sink though. It probably look weird on her. But nah, she look perfect as she is though. But I'm really how they gonna do her. So she's supposed to be Tobey Maguire's daughter. So his daughter's like a Spider-Man, what they say. I don't see how I want to see how that's gonna work though. Let's make it work. I'll be agreeable with that.
Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man's daughter, and maybe Kirsten Dunst will come back and play MJ. He could be in Avengers Doomsday, and he also could be in Spider-Man Brand New Day because he was spotted in London, and they're filming right next to where he was spotted. So fingers crossed he's in both, actually. But we'll get the perspective from Tobey Maguire's universe and hopefully Andrew Garfield's as well. And then maybe you could even go all the way back to Jessica Alba's Fantastic Four. We can go back to the other X-Men, because although it seems like there's going to be one primary X-Men universe, there might, of course, be some different branches or other universes.
Yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine was the start of it. I mean, you brought back Chris Evans as Human Torch from the older Fantastic Four films. You even brought back what's his name? The red dude. I think the red dude, I forgot his name. You brought him back. Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, you brought him back. I mean, that woman Wolverine, I forgot, in the X-23, you brought her back. I mean, you brought back Blade, you brought back Carmen Electra. Like, yo, I mean, even, I ain't gonna lie, Channing was a new cast though. He was a new cast for Gambit. I thought it was gonna bring back the dude that played John Carter in Gambit on X-Men Origins. I thought they was gonna bring him back, but they replaced him with Channing Tatum. And Channing Tatum, I ain't gonna lie, he don't got a good voice for Gambit, but he can fight his ass off. I give him that though. But that's it. I ain't gonna lie, they replaced Juggernaut. I know they want to see that old dude, the older dude from the old X-Men movies. That's Juggernaut. That is pretty much it. From Deadpool and Wolverine, they brought back some old cast, man. I like that. Was cool. That was cool to see again. Maybe we see them in Secret Wars. But man, I would like to see everybody back though. That'd be cool. Like how they did Endgame, do that for Secret Wars even larger. You know what I'm saying?
That are kind of similar with other X-Men that we haven't actually seen, because we have heard that there are going to be a decent amount of cameos in Avengers Doomsday, probably more so in Secret Wars, but we will see some new characters that we've never seen before, and we'll see some new actors that we've never seen before in the MCU as well. So going to these different universes really is a pretty genius plan.
I ain't gonna lie, something just popped in my brain. Well, we see Sadie Sink as Mayday Parker and Jean Grey. She a perfect Jean Grey variant. She got the fit for Jean Grey. I give her that. I don't see nobody else but Jean Grey for her. Then just get some people that would look like the character, like from the comics or from older films. They can make them look like a twin or something like that. They could do. But I ain't gonna lie, she would be the first actor to start like the whole X-Men universe, like another X-Men universe for the younger. I tried it from X-Men First Class, and now all of them got older. But I think they can still play the part though. But I hope they just get like more of like a younger next X-Men universe they could do. But Sadie Sink, she's a startup. She can be a cool Jean Grey.
But it also leaves the hype at kind of like a maximum level. We get to see these little cameos at the end as the whole entire multiverse is being destroyed, and then we're left with Battleworld, where we're left wondering, well, now who is on Battleworld? What heroes are going to become a bigger team? Because we know that despite being a true Avenger or not, whether you're government sanctioned or Avengers with a Z, despite having the title, every hero that's going to be in Secret Wars and Avengers Doomsday is going to be deemed an Avenger. So having all of these universes combine into one, showing us different cameos, is going to really not leave us with a cliffhanger, because it's going to have a definitive ending, just like Avengers Infinity War did. But the hype that it's going to create for Avengers Secret Wars will be at an all-time high, because we're going to be wondering who is going to show up in Avengers Secret Wars, who is going to show up on Battleworld, and who's going to be good and who's going to be bad.
And I heard also like a while back that Insomniac characters could show up in Secret Wars. Like everything can be going on in Secret Wars from like different universes, animations, video games, all type of stuff I didn't hear. Even from Spider-Man Miles Morales universe. That'd be cool to see everybody from there like come over there. Like some of them, not all of them. But it would be cool though.
Because we have heard Doctor Doom is going to have his own team. So just because they show a character doesn't mean he's going to be a part of the good Avengers team. They could go on to actually serve Doom on Battleworld. We've already seen leaked concept art of Strange at the side of Doctor Doom, Doctor Strange. We've seen Vanessa Kirby Sue Storm with Franklin, and we know that Franklin is pretty much the key to Doctor Doom's plan. So of course it seems like he's going to win based on that concept art. He gets his throne, he becomes God Emperor Doom, and he's going to probably have some other heroes working for him as well. Because
yeah, I could see Doctor Doom win the first time. That's how they made Thanos win the first time. They made a villain win the first time. I was like, oh snap. That's the first dude who ever beat the Avengers. Loki couldn't do it. Ultron couldn't do it. Thanos had to do it. Then they had to fight him again just to beat him, and had Iron Man to take the crown at the end of it. Then he passed away. Now he come back as Doctor Doom in a new universe. So now we got Doomsday. I wish we getting Kang the Conqueror. I hope they got Jonathan Majors to come back. That would be pretty cool to see him probably in Secret Wars though. But yeah, it's gonna be the same outcome as Infinity War, but just with a different plot. Well, Infinity War and Endgame, it's gonna be a different plot from Doomsday, then Secret Wars. Yeah, I could see Doctor Doom win the first battle, then again. Well, actually, yeah, I could see that though. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's gonna be a crazy movie. I ain't gonna lie. See how they do it though. Russo brothers, hey, y'all did Avengers Infinity War Endgame pretty well. Let's see how y'all do Doomsday and Secret Wars.
Have to remember, people will believe him to be the god of that world. They'll know that he created it. So he's not going to seem bad to them at first. And a lot of people are going to have their memories wiped. And that adds just a whole nother layer to what this story could be. Yeah. But not knowing who's going to be on this new universe, just the one planet that's left, is going to create a lot of hype. And I'm already excited just thinking about it. But go ahead and let me know what you think about all of this in the comments down below. What do you think about Tobey Maguire's specific role and the other universes, a bunch of other universes colliding with ours? I like it. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest MCU news. You can also find us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.
Cascade Platinum.
See you later, Cosmic Warner, with that woof woof, you know what I'm saying? But I'm glad to see Tobey Maguire come back. Oh, we see Andrew Garfield come back. Let's get them all three together like they did for Spider-Man No Way Home. And that movie was nice. I love that movie. I'm just excited and see this movie, Avengers Doomsday, come out. Hopefully it'll be a good movie, man. I'm waiting on that, and y'all run them views up for your boy, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.